G'day, Shah here once again with Four Wheels on the Road, helping you get the most out of your time away. One of the questions I get asked quite a lot in my journeys around is about upgrades on vehicles. So what we've done today is we've decided to come down and talk to our good friends here at City Rubber Tyres and More. Ben actually has a client here, Nathan, who's looking to get quite a bit of work done on this vehicle. He's looking for new tyres, a lift kit, some flared wheel arches and a new roof rack as well. The reason I've decided to put this video together is just to give people a bit of an idea on what certain vehicles can look like with certain things done to them and how the performance actually stacks up after the work is done as well. All right, let's go take a look at it all getting installed.
Okay, so customers dropped off his Ford Ranger today.
Yep.
We're doing what we call stage one. So that incorporates a new set of 20-inch fuel wheels with a set of 285/55/20 Yokohama Geo 16 XATs, 5 of. The wheels will sit out a little bit, so we're getting some flares put on to give it that fatter look and make sure it stays legal and under the guards. We're also putting a Yakima roof platform on, which I can't hold the whole platform, it's just over there, which you'll see when it's all done. It's also getting Bilstein adjustable suspension in the front, Bilstein shocks in the rear and EFS rear springs. Yep. So it's about 10-12 hours to do all that, so he'll be here for the next 2 days.
Fair enough.
And then we'll show some footage throughout the build, and then when it's all done and complete, and then apparently next year we might be doing front bars and some other work to it, so we'll see what happens.
And Nathan's actually using this vehicle for the family for a trip or
he's going to
something?
do family trips, so camping. So
Four-wheel driving, that sort of thing?
yeah, I mean right now it's stock. It's got stock suspension, stock wheels, stock tyres.
So
It's going to be completely different once it's done.
all right, and the tyres he's got on it are 17s, is that right?
They're an 18-inch
18?
factory
Right.
Bridgestone, basically highway tyre.
So he's going an extra 2 inches on the rim, extra 2 inches on the tyre. So
Yep, wider, fatter, taller.
and how much on the suspension is he going up?
They can be adjusted between 2 and 5 inches.
Oh wow.
Obviously with what we're doing, it can't go 5-inch, but it'll go close to 3.
Yep.
And then later on we can do upper arms and diff drop if you want, and you can get that 5.
So there's a lot of options on what
A lot
you
of
can-
options, that's why he's doing this. But also what will happen is once he fits the front bar, depending on the weight of the front bar, the front will settle due to the weight.
Yep.
Due to these being adjustable, we can fit the bar next year, let it settle for 4 or 5 weeks. Then once it's settled, bring it back, adjust the suspension, make it level again,
Yep.
do another wheel alignment and it's right. Whereas if you get non-adjustable suspension, where it sits is where it sits.
Fair enough.
As it settles, sorry for you. And then
Yeah.
if you put a bar on, it's going to settle even more. So this way, it rides better and it future-proofs the car.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. Well, I'm sure he's going to be happy with the end product. Let's. I think we'll take a look at everything going on, shall we?
Get it done. All right, let's go.
No worries. Just a quick note on what Ben was saying a moment ago about the suspension, and it's something that I made sure that I got done on Maggie when I got her set up. The fact that this suspension here is adjustable for Nathan's going to be great. As Ben mentioned, with the bumper bar being an extra weight as well, and once it settles down, it's really good to have that, you know, mobility, and you can actually adjust things at a later date. I guess it's something for everybody out there to think about if you're looking at getting any alterations done to your vehicle yourself. Think about things like this. They do cost a little bit extra money, but in the end they are well and truly worth it. The fact that you can adjust things and, you know, lower them down, as Ben mentioned, you know, you've got 3 to 5 inches, so there's quite a degree of adjustability you've got with these things, so that's fantastic. The roof rack that Nathan's looking at getting put on his is actually the same as what Ben's got on the City Rubber truck here. It's the Yakima one with the flat pack roof rack. Nathan wants to have the flat roof rack on so he can tie a lot of things onto the rack, and he's getting that both for the aesthetics but also for the functionality of it as well. It's got a lot more tie down points and it just looks a lot cooler as well. I think it's going to look great once it's on. So what Nathan's got installed on here currently at the moment is just the road tyres. What they are is an 18-inch rim with an 18-inch tyre, and he's going to have these upgraded to a 20-inch rim with a 20-inch Yokohama XAT. So you'll see here on Nathan's truck that he's currently got a 30-centimetre clearance. What he's looking to do is take his family on a big trip soon, and he wants to do a lot of four-wheel driving on that trip. So he's looking for a little bit more clearance, which is what he's going to achieve with getting the new wheels on there and getting the lift kit put on there. So Nathan's truck here is going to come out looking a little bit similar to what Ben's truck here is looking like in terms of its height, and it's going to be a little bit more off-road capable, which is what he's looking for, which is a fantastic thing for him. You'll see here on the front of Nathan's truck, he really doesn't have much in the way of protection. So in order to protect your radiator and your engine bay, what a lot of people do is put big rhubards on the front of their vehicles, like I've got on the front of Maggie. Now, the reason that people actually put these things on vehicles is quite a few reasons actually. First of which is if you're remote and you happen to hit a roo, cow, something like that, you can cause a lot of damage both to your radiator, beneath, and also at the front as well. Also to your headlights here on the sides. As well as that, if you're somebody who four-wheel drives a lot, there's a lot of trees that you run into, a lot of branches that can possibly pierce the radiator. And if that happens to you when you are traveling remotely, you're dead in the water. So that's the reason why people have got bumper bars and that sort of thing on their vehicles. And that's one of the reasons why Nathan is actually going to be putting the bumper bar on his in the future. The other couple of things that Nathan is actually going to be getting done in the new year as well as the front bumper bar is a rear bar, very similar to this as well. Again, it's just for protection. With a lot of four-wheel drive, sometimes you don't have the best visibility behind you, so you can end up running into things, and that's what one of these is for. And as well as that, he's going to be getting a different set of rock sliders on the side, other than the stock ones that he's got on there as well already. Tell you what, I'm loving the look of these rims. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they look like once they're on. And the tyres that he's actually going with here are the same ones that I've got on Maggie, which is the Yokohama Geolandar XAT. As I've mentioned in my review, when we got these actually installed on Maggie, fantastic tyres. They're really good in terms of being an off-road tyre, but they're really, really quiet on the road as well, so great tyre. Alright, well that's all the time we've got for today. I know we've been through a lot already and we haven't even got to the install, but I wanted to make this video for viewers who are not really familiar with what goes on in terms of upgrades for vehicles and what the potential uses for all of these upgrades actually are for. Alright, that's it for us today. We'll catch up next time and take a look at all of the upgrades being installed. We'll see you then.